Well, let me continue on. It's been uh, the older woman that I was with. She was uh, we like I said, we broke up amicably, and she went her way, I went my way. Never saw her again. Uh, but then a couple years later, and once again, guys, it takes me years to recover from relationships. Uh, it's hard because I go from a couple of years to 3 to 5 years to over a decade that it takes a while for me to get over someone. And so I believe this one was about 5 years, and I met my children's mom, and everything was intense. We you know had got together. She worked at a relative's home. She did stuff like that. She'd go and clean things like that. And so I met her. First time I saw her, I was like, wow. Second time, wow. And third time, we went out, and it was great. It was fun. She met me halfway, and one thing led to another, because we were just going to be friends. That's what we started off as, and things happen, things progress, and about a couple months later, and I say a couple of months, about a year later, boom, I got twins. And needless to say, we had our ups and downs. For some reason, she hated me because I don't know. It just happened. And we conversed on the telephone, but instead of it being nurturing and trying to be together, we ended up fighting, and I ended up leaving the city, and she stayed. Now, I didn't leave the city because I was running away. I went because I was getting a better job. And it's kind of weird how things happen. My children were coming, and I had to be ready, so I could take care of them, because that's what a responsible father does. That's what a responsible human being does. And so I went, got a new job, very good job. And so we went from there. And mind you, the relationship was strained. We argued. We ended up having to go, once the children were here, we ended up having to go to what is it, child support court. And it was weird because I wasn't looking for wasn't looking anything for child support. She wasn't looking for anything for child support. And we just ended up going, and DNA test was done, things like that. They are mine. There's no doubt. It's 99.9% they're mine. I loved hearing that, because I always wanted children, and I got exactly what I asked God for, a boy and a girl. So anyway, we kind of tried to get together after healing as much as we could heal. There was a lot of people butting in and putting their 2 cents in, and really making us go against each other. But we were adult enough to step back and go, this is everybody's take on everything, and they're not our children's parents. We are. So we put ourselves back. We took our own egos and we put them back, and we put them first, and that was our focus. Now, which is cool. It's great. The relationship started moving. We kind of got back together. But there was a turn there. I don't know, of a couple of years, maybe a year or two, after the children were born, all of a sudden, I could feel a shift happening. And it was weird, because I could feel being placed into the friend zone. And it at first it didn't bother me, because I was going through the motions, making sure child support was paid, making sure I had spent time with my children. She's great at that. She doesn't stop me from seeing my children, if I pay or if I don't pay. And she's been great about that, because it's about the children, not about us, not about our issues. We tabled all that and put that on the side. We kind of worked through it. We kind of don't. It's there. but we don't let it focus in and destroy what we're trying to do with our children, which is for them to be happy, for them to be balanced, and for them to be just children. They don't have to worry about all the crap that adults go through. We're wrecks. Our kids are not. Why raise them so that way they start having issues? That's so. Don't get me started, man. I'll go on to a tangent on it. But all I'll say is it don't let your personal issues cloud what God sent to you. He sent you responsibility of these children, and that's what you need to focus on. Anyway, so it's been years. No intimacy, no nothing. And like I said, I felt like I've been in a friend zone, and this came to fruition the last time we went to child support court, because she needed to get a little bit more money, and I'm cool with it, so I know where the money goes. I see it. It's not like it's oh, I'm gonna go off do my nails, I'm gonna go off do this, I'm gonna go. No, she doesn't do that. I see where it goes. It goes straight to those guys, and they're freaking expensive. Anyway, so it's just it's kind of a shame that we couldn't get together, and it just it's better this way. And so I've left it alone. I've tried a couple of times, but we end up coming back to the same level that we're at. And like I said, we were at this court date, and the Bundsman was asking, hey, why are you guys, attending this together? She turns around and says, hey, because we're friends, which that is great. I mean, that is awesome. But at the same time, I'm like, we're friends. That's ouch kind of thing. But hey, once again, we know that if we try to get together, we'd probably be at each other's throats, because I know I irritate her and she irritates me. I think we both understand that, and we don't say nothing. We keep it silent. We don't nothing. We don't, because once again, it's our kids. We don't care. We can care less about ourselves. It's our kids that we focus on. So, and so it's been a long time since I've had it's over a decade now that I've had a relationship, a real bona fide, intimate and meaningful relationship. Not that between me and her it's not meaningful. It is, because we have children, but it's God, it's kind of hard to say. It's almost like a sexless marriage type of thing. So we don't live together. She has her own home, and I have my own home, and I travel to go see the kids. Sometimes she'll come and see the kids here. She'll bring them to me. It just depends on what's going on with us. Depends on if we can afford it. Either way, because times get tough. Tariffs go up, everything goes up. Talking about that, my son wants a Switch 2, and I'm like, man, those things just came out. They're expensive, and we don't know all the glitches, but he's gonna get it. Just it's gonna take a little bit. And I say a little bit is not that long, maybe another month or something. I'll have it, and he'll have it, and he'll be happy. My daughter, on the other hand, she wants other things, and she's a girl, and she has me wrapped around her finger, so whatever she wants, she's gonna get. But yeah, man, it's kind of sucks the how I've been looking at the pattern of my relationships. It's and now I'll be honest, man, I do feel lonely. I do feel alone a lot. Trying not to, you can hear my voice cracking. I try to be good, man, and for the life of me, it seems like shit blows up in my face, or I'm passed over, or something like that, man. All right, bringing the tears back. Good. I didn't shut them on screen. It sucks. I gotta admit, man, I'm a little shy, man. I'm a little, camera shy. I'm a little self-conscious. So it's kind of hard to share stuff like that. But I decided, to hell with it. I'm gonna post it out there, so I know there's other people, other men, they're probably going through what I go through, man. And they always say the good guy finishes last. I don't know what to say about that, man. It feels like it for the most part. It just hurts. But it is what it is, I guess, and that's the way the ball bounces. Anyway, yeah, it's 10 minutes. I don't want to, chew you guys' ears off. Hopefully you're having a great night. It is, I don't know, ending of July. So, yeah, it's another year, man. Another year, and yeah, I still feel alone. It sucks. Oh well. And man, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and I'll get DMs from these different people that tend to want to prey on my vulnerability, my empathy, that my age as well. I think I'm a desperate old man, and I'm not. I'm really not. It's God, gym, and grind is what I fucking do. It's the way it is. Gym, man, a little, but I do other things because come on, be honest. I'm an older guy. I don't want to fucking work out. I did that when I was in my teens and 20s for freaking football, man. I'm not gonna do that crap again. That shit gets tiring. Anyway, but it's still, you try to keep it shaved, you try to be good, you got to keep your heart good, like this thing says. Anyway, that's the end of it. Cut it there before I keep on rambling. Until next time, it's been the Pharaoh.